So from Gulf Coast Gearheads over here, we're saying goodbye to the Kia Optima and introducing the brand new K5.
Yes, so it looks very slick from these photos that we've seen so far, but we're going to break it down in this video.
So like we were just talking about, this is a situation you don't, it's not uncommon to see in the car market. We've talked about in previous videos where Infiniti changed the name of almost every vehicle that they sell.
And Lincoln, they went from their letter and number names to Nautilus, Navigator, or back to it.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. They got rid of all the lettering and making it lame to like, here's a name you can aspire to.
Yeah,
but
made it more fancy.
Now, in an opposite way of what Lincoln was doing and how they changed away from a simplistic lettering to a nice name, the Korean brand of Kia has actually gone the opposite direction in going away from the name and back into something simplistic. But I think it's for the better. You actually see this in their line currently is with the Kia K900, which I think got discontinued recently, but in other countries is known as the Kia K9. Which I think, in retrospect, was a good idea because in the American market, everybody would be calling it the Kia Dog.
Fun fact, accessory you can get for it is dog ears on the roof.
No, but in talking about even the K900, you go to this K5, and I've actually been in one of the first Optimas where they first redesigned it to be what the look has been for close to almost 9 or 10 years. Mm-hmm. Those are nice cars. I mean, you're talking about, I think I had rode in a 2011 back when I was in high school, and it was fully loaded, had heated steering wheel, heated and air-conditioned seats, which, gosh, you're talking about 2011 in a Kia. That is fancy.
Something you never thought you would say in the same sentence is air-conditioned, heated seats in a Kia.
Or luxury in Kia.
Yeah. My wife was actually, right now she drives a 2015 Passat, but she really likes the Optima. She's been flipping back and forth on vehicles, but now we're back on the Optima train. And I was looking at some the other day, and the SX is the trim to get because that is like you were saying, basically a luxury Kia. Which that just sounds weird coming off the tongue. Yeah. And she was looking at the Optima, but with this K5 coming out, we might wait for that. Or when we're ready to buy this, because it is replacing the Optima. And moral of the episode is luxury Kia is the weirdest thing I have probably said in my life so far, but it's a really nice looking vehicle. 5 different trim levels, the lowest trim being the LX and then the highest being the GT, and that's the one I would want to get if I was getting the K5 because base with all these K5s is a 1.6 liter turbo 4-cylinder with about 180 horsepower and 195 foot-pound of torque, which is what you would expect from a sedan of this caliber. But the GT, you ready for this, ladies and gentlemen, comes with a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder with 290 horsepower and 311 foot-pound of torque. Another thing I think I would never say in my life is I'm more excited for this Kia than the new Lexus IS, which is very weird to say, but performance-wise,
you could save yourself about 20 grand coming and getting this Kia. And I'm not gonna say that this Kia is more reliable, but what I will say is you can get some of the same features you would get in a Lexus and then some, because Lexus still refuses to deal with their stupid like dial pad, touchpad infotainment, and Kia makes it to where everything's touchscreen, very easy to use. There's buttons.
It's a very nice interior, especially when you get into they have the GT line, EX, and then the GT trim. So GT line and GT, kind of weird to name it that way. Probably will be pretty confusing to some customers, but those ones, that's when you're starting to get into your leather interior, your heated seats, your heated steering wheel, your cooled seats, your giant touchscreen infotainment, all this stuff. So it's a really nice vehicle for the price. And even the highest trim level, the GT that I was talking about, comes in just under $32,000. That's pretty good for what you're getting. You know, being a Kia, it's already pretty cheap, but then if you want some of the nicer features, that's still cheap compared to the competition.
I think this is extremely competitive in its market, especially considering that Kia and what the Optima was competing with prior to this moment is something along the lines of like the Honda Accord, the Toyota Camry, things about that level. And honestly, nowadays, sedans have to rise to the occasion, or they are going to let the SUVs run the market. And with the K5 being as loaded down with its features as it looks like it's going to have, especially my favorite one that we've seen is the wireless phone charger that's going to be going inside these. Because most of the time you're dealing with is when you just toss your phone in there and it kind of just jiggles around as you drive crazy or wherever you drive safely. Now they actually have a spot where the phone slides directly in, locked into place.
Yeah, it kind of snaps down into it, so it sits upright. But, you know, if you're a crazy Kia driver and you like to throw that thing around, you won't be having your phone on the pad and like you could fly off or something. Like it locks into place, which I really like that.
Yeah, it's not going to sit in your cup holder wasting a spot. It's not going to be bouncing around. It's got a specific spot, which we won't go on too much about it. We're just really excited that somebody in the car market has finally said, okay, we're listening. Like, let's make this reasonable and make it efficient. Whatever you want it to be is perfect.
Exactly. So we're definitely looking forward to the K5.
Right. And the price point, like Jacob said, at most with the GT, not the GT line, but the GT with the big bad 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. I never thought I'd say that, but
another weird thing.
Starting at about 31 grand, which that's super competitive because that's before dealer discounts. You're talking about MSRP, which I wouldn't expect it to have a bunch of discounts, but I could see the thing being south of 30 grand. And really, honestly, this is running similar to how the Veloster N has a lot of stuff, and that's on the Hyundai side. But I know that Kia, Hyundai, they're kind of like, man, they live in the same house, but they don't associate with each other. There are some parts being shared over, and I don't mind it.
Definitely giving us better products for sure.
And also, if you guys are out there shopping for it, let us know when that's going to be happening. We're really excited to see what y'all's experiences are, what y'all are looking for. Why are you going after the K5?
Yeah, or if you think there's a better deal than the K5 out there, let us know what it is. We want to hear all the opinions about it. So
right, even from the coolest of cars, from an AMG GT all the way down to a Kia K5, we're all ears when it comes to what's happening in the car market.
Yeah, so without further ado, that's Gulf Coast Gearheads signing off.